Mahabharata. Upon hearing this, the others started throwing tomatoes at me. This time, my emotions overpowered me and I started to cry. Sobbing, I fled from there once again. I was in despair. Why should I work on this project? Why do they keep insulting me? Where else do the beneficiaries humiliate the person working for their well being? I'm not a good fit for this field. Yes, I should resign and go back to my academic career. The foundation can choose a different trustee. When I reached home, I sat down to compose a resignation letter. My father came down the stairs and seeing me busy, with my head bent close to the paper, he asked, "What are you writing so frantically?" I narrated the entire episode to him. To my amazement, rather than sympathizing with me, my father chuckled and said, "I didn't know that you were so impractical." I stared at him in anger. He took out an ice cream from the fridge and forced me to sit down and eat it. "It's all cool ahead," he said and smiled. After a few minutes, he said, "Please remember, prostitution has existed in society since ancient time and has become an integral part of life. It is one of the root problems of all civilizations. Many kings and saints have tried to eliminate it, but no law or punishment has been successful in bringing it down to zero. Not one nation in the world is free of this. Then how can you change the entire system by yourself? You're just an ordinary woman. What you should do is reduce your expectation and lower your goal. For instance, try to help 10 Devadasi live their profession, rehabilitate them, and show them what it means to lead a normal life. This will guarantee that your children will not follow in their footsteps. Make that your aim, and the day you accomplish, I will feel very proud knowing that I gave birth to a daughter who helped 10 helpless women make the most difficult transition from being sex workers to the independent women." "But they threw chapels and tomatoes at me, Kaka," I whined petulantly. I always call my father Kaka. "Actually, you got a promotion today, from chapels to tomatoes. If you pursue this and go the third time, maybe you will get something even better." His joke brought a reluctant smile to my face. "They won't even talk to me, then how can I work for them?" "Look at yourself," my father said, dragging me in front of the nearest mirror. "You were casually dressed in a t-shirt, a pair of jeans, and a cap. This may be your style, but the common man and the rural Indian woman like Devdas will never connect or identify with you. If you wear sari, a Mangal Sutra, a married woman's holy necklace, put on a bindi, and tie your hair, I'm sure that they will receive you much better than before. I will also come with you, and old men like me will be of great help to you in such an adventure." I protested. "I don't want to alter my appearance for their sake. I don't believe in such superficial changes." "Well, if you want to change them, then you have to change yourself first. Change your attitude. Of course, it's your decision in the end." He left me in front of the mirror and walked away. My parents had never thrust their choices or beliefs on me or any of my siblings, whether it was about education, profession, or marriage. They always gave their advice and helped us if we wanted, but we made all the choices. For a few days, I was confused. I thought about the skills needed for social work. There was no glamour or money in this profession, and I could not behave like an executive in a corporate house. I required language skills, of which English may not be needed at all. I had to be able to sit down on the floor and eat the local food, no matter where I traveled to for work. I had to listen patiently, and most of all, I should love the work I did. What would give me high satisfaction? Keeping my external appearance the way it was, or the work that I would do? After some introspection, I decided to change my appearance and concentrate completely on the work. Before my next visit, I pulled my hair back, tied it, and adorned it with flowers. I wore a 200 rupee sari, a big bindi, a Mangal Sutra, and glass bangles. I transformed myself into a Bharatiya Nari, the stereotypical traditional Indian woman, and took my father along with me to meet the Devdasis. This time, when we went there, upon seeing my aged father, they said, "Namaste." My father introduced me. "This is my daughter, and she is a teacher. She has come here on a holiday." I told her how difficult your lives are. Your children are the reason for your existence, and you want to educate them irrespective of what happens to your health. Am I right? They replied in union, "Yes, sir. Since my daughter is a teacher, she can guide you with your children's education and help them find better jobs. She will give you information about some scholarship which you may not be aware of, and help your kids apply so that your financial burden may be reduced. Is it okay with you? If not, it's all right. She will go home to some other village and try to help the people there. Please don't feel pressure. Think about it and get back to us. We will be back in 10 minutes. Grasping my hand tightly, he pulled me a short distance away. Why did you say all that? I asked him. You should have first told them about things like the dangers of the AIDS. Don't be foolish. We will tell them about it some other time. If you start with something negative, then nobody will like it. The first introduction should be always positive and bring real hope to the beneficiary. And just like I have promised them, you must help their children get scholarship first, work on AIDS later. And why did you tell them I am a teacher, Coca? I demanded. You could have said I was a social worker. My father offered a calm rebuttal. They consider teaching to be one of the most respectable jobs, and you are a professor, aren't you? I nodded reluctantly, still unsure of his strategy. When we went back, the women were ready to listen. They called me Akka. So I started working with them to help their children secure the promised scholarship. Some of their children even started going to college within a year. Only after this happened did I bring up the subject of AIDS, and this time they heard me out. Months went by. It took me almost 3 years to establish a relationship with them. I was the darling Akka, and eventually they trusted me enough to share their heart-rending stories and the trials they had endured. Mahaprivadra.